Hello, welcome, and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whoever you are. And yeah, I'm here on, my name's SaveWithCrypto. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Maff, who is the coder behind our amazing indicator, which is called Quadzilla. Hello, Maff.
Hello, and we might mention Quadzilla once or twice on today's live stream,
I,
but
I,
there'll be
I,
plenty else to talk about as well.
I think we should actually. And I was just going to start by looking at something not to do with crypto, but just looking at Tesla. Basically, because I bought some shares yesterday in Tesla, and I did that mainly because I've been looking for a certain level to pull back to, and I was looking at it on the 1 hour time frame with our indicator called Quadzilla, and if I put that on the chart, you can see that what I've been looking for is basically this retracement line here at about 440, and it had been right up here, and I was thinking, have I missed the boat? Or do you have a boat? No, it's a car, whatever, spaceship. Have I missed the spaceship as it was going up here?
That's what he's missing. Because he's got kind of everything else, isn't he? But doesn't. It's like the Batmobile. He has his electric Batmobile. It's got his bat spaceship, I guess, but it doesn't have a bat boat, electric bat boat. Where's the Tesla boat?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, it'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be
The only thing you
amazing.
don't want to, the thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run out of power in the middle of the sea, do you?
No, no, that the range anxiety would be quite a real thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose though, as fossil fuels become extinct, then oh, actually they're extinct by nature, aren't they? But as fossil fuels fall out of favor, you can turn oil rigs into superchargers with massive like solar panels on them, and you can just
tide as well, of course. Tide energy.
yeah, of course, yeah, or even a sail, you know.
What's one of them? Yeah, I suppose there would be an emergency, just gets you
Yeah.
home sail or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, a Tesla boat would be quite cool. Anyway, right. Thank you very much, Captain Distraction.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I was just thinking that because the Tesla cars kind of they do the braking charging thing, don't they? Where
Yeah.
they feed back into the battery. So I guess you'd have a similar thing while the boat's moving along, wouldn't it? Just
Well,
it could recharge effectively.
well,
Sorry, maybe I'll stop now. It's just suddenly got me thinking.
you're probably talking about perpetual motion there, which
Yeah,
isn't really going to work. However, if you think about all the time you're actually moored up, if you're moored up on a bit of choppy water,
yeah, on
in
an estuary or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
in theory, you could have like little wave things, generating power for you, couldn't you? You
why
know,
not? That's
or or
amazing.
or a windmill on the top, and and
Have everything. Yeah,
I mean, out at sea, you've got lots of energy sources, haven't you? So
it's everywhere. Yeah. So
you've got
how
wind.
do boats ever run out of fuel? Why do boats ever need refueling? Thinking about it.
Well, that's why people went round the world in by boat, isn't it, rather than in a Tesla.
That's true. Yeah, a Tesla would sink. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they need to redesign. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, do
Yes.
carry on.
Yeah, Mr. Distraction. I thought I was the
Sorry.
worst at that, but no. Anyway, so yeah, on Tesla. I mean, I'll ignore the momentum oscillator for the moment, but let's just look at these retracement lines that it did. So I was looking for the price coming back to here, and when it was up here, I was thinking, yeah, have I missed the boat? Don't start. Have I missed the boat? And and then I saw the bearish cross there. That was on yesterday. That was and. No, I didn't. No, I saw this first. That's right. That's what I saw. And yeah, no, sure enough, it came down to that level there. Now it's not amazing, but we've not really been trading much since then. And it's up like 1.27%, which is quite a big deal for a traditional stock. So yeah, so I'm happy with that, and I just thought I'd show that because someone in the Discord was asking about do I use Quadzilla for trading traditional assets? And yes, I do. I'm now looking at this on the 10-minute actually, just wondering what's going to happen here, because what we started to get is even that on the 10-minute came down to that retracement there, which had also been there.
That's quite uncanny, isn't it?
Is
is that pretty much at the same level?
It's not far off, is it? And that's it is 439, and the other one was like 440. So and I think my buy price was 440 point something. So that's really cool. Anyway, on the 10-minute, we're starting to get. Looks like the yellow and green EMAs, that's a 21 and a 55 EMA. Looks like they're about to cross, which is rather cool. And in our momentum oscillator, we did also get this green arrow thing there. That's called the super up indicator, which you get when all the stochastics that create this convergence band here, when they're all in a very extreme condition and the asset is really oversold. So that is normally a really good sign that the price is going to reverse, and sure enough it did.
That's actually really nice that tied in with the retracement level as well. Just everything about that was saying market is bottoming, we're going to head up from here.
And then quite often when you see that, quite often you do see a kind of double bottom type structure after that. And what's also really cool is, even if you don't get the green backgrounds and the green super up arrows, what you see sometimes is, let me just expand that, sometimes you see the convergence band come right below the 20% line. This is a 20%, that's the 80%. And you get a little bit of space there. And now when you normally see that space, that's normally a pretty good sign. Obviously, if you see that on like the 1 hour or the 4 hour, it's much better. But even here on the 10-minute, that was a really good sign that that was a bottom, and then we came back here, pretty much a double bottom. So we're probably going to go up a bit from there. I hope it'll go up a lot more actually, but we'll have to wait and see what that does. Anyway, so I was quite happy with my my purchase of some Tesla shares there yesterday.
That worked out pretty amazingly well.
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah. I mean, I might set a limit sell around about here, maybe just in case something happens, because we have got some news today. There's some PC something today.
Oh yeah, the PC inflation data.
Okay,
coming out later. Yeah.
The other thing I was going to mention, actually no, I won't mention it yet. I'll mention it later, maybe. Yes, I will.
It's got me wondering now. Yeah.
Oh no, actually, maybe I will mention it now.
I was thinking we're doing so well there, just like
building the suspense.
Got an itinerary. We're going to stick to the program. It's like, oh no, I'm too excited. I'm going to say it right now.
I might, Actually, there was a brilliant episode of the Flintstones I really liked, where Fred and Wilma go to bed. I can never quite see why they slept in single beds, but obviously, I can't question the relationship they have in the Flintstones. If I was with Wilma, I'd be in the same bed. I'll tell you. But
whoa, yeah. Cartoon characters for the win.
Although I do find Betty Rubble a little bit more sexy. But there you go. Anyway, but
I'm going to be re-watching some episodes of the Flintstones. I think the last time I watched them I was probably about 6. So maybe I wasn't watching them in quite the right frame of biology.
I think the last time I watched was when my eldest daughter was born, and I bought a box set of Flintstones DVDs, and we kind of watched them back to back. So we had no English telly in those days because we were in France. And, I didn't have anywhere I could put a satellite dish up. Anyway, right, I digress again.
Well, it was kind of that thing that it's just watching these old cartoons back, and it's sort of really, actually they put some content in there for the dads,
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, things like Scooby Doo is actually really funny. You have like, Daphne's little bottom wiggles that she does, which is like, why do they do that? They just do that because it makes her look super hot.
Well, it's kind of ahead of its time with the twerking.
Yeah. Anyway, but there was a bit where Fred goes to bed, and he's like, Wilma. She went, yeah, Fred. He went, oh, nothing. and then she gets really irritated,
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and
we have to say now.
and I remember seeing that when I was a kid, thinking like that's actually really clever. You know, I like that. That does happen.
Yeah,
It's, yeah, I don't know. I think I was probably
it's a
about
nice
six,
touch.
yeah, I was probably about 6 years old at the time, and I kind of realised that, you know, that sort of thing about humans. Anyway, for that reason, I'm not going to mention it now.
Oh,
Actually, I'm not going to mention it because I might just post something in a certain Telegram group to see if I can get any viewers over. That's what I might do.
that's a good idea.
But anyway,
Yeah.
but okay. So anyway, that was Tesla. Just been looking at some other things. Oh, I don't know. Do you want to? Actually, you've done a video, haven't you, from this
Yeah,
morning?
should we play that? If you got it racked up, ready. So what I would say with that is that, so this is the TA video that I posted into the Save with Crypto Discord earlier on, but it was actually not very long ago because it's running a bit late this morning. So anyone in the Discord, if you've just watched it, then apologies because you're about to see it again.
Right.
So that this might be a good time just to go and make a cup of tea or something, and
No, well,
be about 4 minutes, I think, or thereabouts.
like,
But
if you are
obviously do leave the video running, if the live stream running, if you do that.
leave the video running, and like while, you know, before you go and put the kettle on, can you just make sure you have liked the stream? Actually, right, I'm going to make sure I get the right one this time. Right, so that's downloaded at 12:13. I think this is the one. So and I think you want me to react to it in a kind of Justin Hawkins
Yeah.
type style.
You weren't meant to say that.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's meant to be spontaneous, like just laugh now. Hold up a sign or something.
Okay. Luke surprised.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's give this a go. Right. This I haven't seen this, by the way, so this will be a genuine surprise,
Genuine gasp of horror, I think.
and possible horror. Oh God.
Well.
Okay. Right. That sounds very appropriate for today. Happy Halloween, everyone. Right. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Shockingly, is just about to finish its first red October since 2018, which is genuinely shocking. I think I said shocking, didn't I? But it's that shocking that I'll just keep saying shocking for a while. It's obviously traditionally been a very positive month, so it's quite telling, isn't it? Is it the greatest market fake out of, well, not all time, quite some time, or is this actually just a mark of weakness in the market, and we're not going to see the amazing Q4 that we're all expecting and hoping for? But let's have a look, just in the short term here, looking at the 1 hour. There is the old adage that when in doubt, zoom out. So let's have a quick look at that to just kind of switch off a few things, and including my amazing drawings. And zoom out to the monthly. Actually, that's looking pretty scary. Zoom back in. That doesn't give me much hope at all. It's doing a very similar sort of ranging to natural. What we had back there, kind of near the start of 2024. That was a year of ranging steadily downwards. It's starting to look a bit suspiciously like that at the moment, unless something radical can happen in November. Yeah, we kind of placed our hopes, first of all, in a positive October. Then it was putting our hopes in a positive second half of October. And then surely the final week of October will give us what we want to see. So now we're placing all our hopes in a positive, massively up-moving November. Just roll on December, I suppose, see what happens then. So yeah, the 50 SMA, that's kind of looking reassuringly down there while the price is up there. So if we go back to the 1 hour, generally switch things back on. Let's just do a bit of intraday TA. We were talking about this one, the bullish retracement level. That was at 108.7. That closed nicely back there. Oh, actually switched on the drawings as well. I think that's what I was missing. So yeah, that level, of course, because I drew that ray, the dashed ray afterwards, and that's kind of continued to be a key point, a key level there. Obviously broke well below it, came back up. Quadzilla did show up, the nice green backgrounds. These levels that I drew in I've left them in because they have remained very relevant, really. The price is currently ranging kind of within this area. It did poke above that briefly. I should switch off the SMA note. And so the price did break above this range briefly, came back down. We're seeing positivity. The faster EMAs, the 9 EMAs crossed over and above the 21. That's an early positive sign of upwards momentum. Well, they are kind of starting to level off a bit now. The 55 is a bit too busy crashing down still, and it's still kind of reacting to that big drop. But if we can break above this level, 110, call it, Actually, where is the price of it? Oh yeah, 109.9. Yeah, if we can break above that level, then we'll start to see, well, more upness. And then if this level can just become a level of support, then yeah, we'll start to see the 55 EMA start to come back up, and then hopefully the 21 race after it and catch up and cross over, and then that'll be a really strong sign of a bullish continuation for the rest of the day. That's very much an if, but we really do have to break that 110 level, and then we'll probably see resistance still around this sort of level, 111 up to 111. So. And then it's pretty much the same as yesterday. We're just still trying to push through, and that was a setback, but maybe it was a mark of liquidity grab, and then just from there gaining the strength for an upwards move. At the moment, not a lot else that could be said about that, really. What's quite interesting here is that although we're on the 1 hour, this line here is retracement level step 1, which is kind of a pre-retracement from the 4 hour. Earlier on, just when I was about to start this, the price was actually bang on that level, which is kind of interesting. This particular one was a sort of failed retracement in that it started to detect, it's like, hey, we might be seeing a retracement pattern start to form here, but it didn't get confirmed, so that stopped plotting. It's like, oh yeah, false alarm, no actual retracement to be had there. But it still turned out to be kind of a relevant level. That, by the way, is Quadzilla from the future that we're using here. So if people ever wondered, does Quadzilla have precognitive abilities? Because it does seem to mark out these levels with uncanny accuracy. Then the secret's out. Yeah, it's basically using Quadzilla from the future. What can we tell from that? I mean, I can say from that in the future we're all millionaires, which is nice. The only problem is that £1 million now in the future only actually buys you a box of PG tips and maybe a packet of digestive biscuits if they're on offer.
Just for anyone in the States, PG tips is a kind of tea, okay?
Which isn't great, and not even the chocolate variety. So it's bittersweet, that one. At least we can all call ourselves millionaires anyhow. So congratulations on that. And sorry, not very much TA in this update today, but a lot of random gibberish. So yeah, I think we'll try to do a bit better in the live stream, which is coming up at 12. And I think that's probably about it. I'll probably better end it there. So thank you and good morning. And there's a dog barking outside. Thank you, Mr. Doggy.
Woof woof. Okay.
Indeed.
So the shock horror was the Red October, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did try to scream.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay, I thought
yeah.
It
was me.
I thought that was a roar of hilarity, but it is an actual scream. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe we should stop talking about October and Rectember and all that, because it's all a load of crap, really, isn't it? Sort of like
it kind of is, because it's. I think any attempt. I know this is probably going to completely subvert what we tend to. Probably what the channel is about in a way, but any attempt to predict the future, I think just generally ends in disappointment, isn't it? Because it's either, oh yeah, that was right, that just as expected, ho hum, or it's kind of, well, that was wrong, and disappointment. So it's the thing about, like, I think when people have plans, when someone's like planning for the future, it's like, oh, in 10 years' time, I want to be this or that. It sets up very like unrealistic expectations, if you know what I mean, because it's the person's like trying to sort of, I mean, they're not just putting pressure on themselves, but they're kind of trying to make this prediction about what they're going to be in the future, and when it inevitably doesn't work out that way, because it's the future, stuff happens, then there's inevitable disappointment and disappointment in themselves, you know what I mean? So maybe to bring this back a bit to what we talked about, it's just the same thing with October and Moonvember. It's just like, if it happens, then it's like, well, okay, that was good, but it was written that it was going to happen, so whatever. But otherwise, everybody's disappointed. So yeah, and that they are crap, aren't they? Just
yeah. Well, I think I don't know. Just trying to base stuff on past data where there isn't very much, and I suppose if you're talking about crypto, you're talking about Bitcoin, which apparently it's 17 years ago today since Satoshi did the actual white paper about Bitcoin. So it's it's kind of it's not quite a birthday. It's more of a sort of anniversary of its gestation period, I suppose. But yeah,
Which is
so
nice. Yeah.
but even so, you've got 17 years of data, so I don't know, it's not that much, is it? When you compare it with stuff like silver and gold and other commodities.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
So we tend to put a lot of truck into sort of things like, oh yeah, there's always a 4-year cycle based on the last not very many 4-year cycles. So it's
Yeah. So
that
that's
sort of thing.
like, so 17 divided by 4 isn't that many, is it?
Doesn't even go. It doesn't even divide.
Maybe that's it. Maybe got it all wrong. You should actually divide 17 by 4, and you should always use prime numbers for that. And I don't know. Anyway,
yeah. So
we have this PCE data in about 8 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. I forgot to actually check about any of that. So just is it something that's live streamable? Does somebody actually stand up and make an announcement?
I'm not sure actually. Trying to think what people normally do. Actually, do they? Let me just have a quick look on Forex Factory today.
While you're doing that, should we just have a quick look at some comments? I think just say hi to people. Andy, hi, nice gains overnight, but will it last? Yeah, hope so. And there were nice gains overnight, right? Maff, such weakness in the market at the moment. I think that's quite negative, really. But I think this is very much just that there was kind of this. I think it was reflecting the overall sentiment at the moment. The sentiment doesn't necessarily match up with the actual price action sometimes, and I'm hoping this is one of those cases. But yeah, do hope we can see a strong start to November. Yo, CD.
Hello there.
Yeah.
So what we're
hi,
looking
Dan.
at here, we're looking at.
You're checking out the. Anything good?
I can't. I don't know what I'm looking at there. Why isn't it on there? Was that?
Mr. Delta, I'm vaguely here. You'll have to shout. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I worry a bit about that.
I don't know. Bloody drummers, you say. Sort of. We got no hearing left,
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I what's it called?
PCE inflation data.
Why can't I find anything? I don't know why I haven't got these little flaggy things down here anymore. I don't know why.
In TradingView.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be switched on if you go into the global settings. Like right click on the chart and go settings.
Okay. Right. Settings. Yeah.
And I think it's down in events. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you want news notifications.
Is that it?
Event. Is there anything else in there? That's probably about it. Has anything shown up now on Bitcoin?
Hang on. Let me have a quick look before. Right. Event. I don't know. Let's have that anyway.
Yeah, just ramp it up. Just put everything in there.
No, nothing. Okay.
So, what's on the lightning bolt?
Maybe that's because I'm looking at that there. That's always like old news, isn't it? About Zcash,
Okay.
doom and gloom. Okay. Oh no, it's crashing.
Oh dear.
Right, I don't know what to look at really. Help. No. Let me just try a different layout because I'm sure it's there normally.
Yeah, you may just need to make a refresh. Just it.
I'm sure my Bybit chart normally. Just weird. We do notice that a bit, don't we? Sort of like discrepancies between like your TradingView and my TradingView, which is quite weird. They shouldn't really be different.
No.
I know with TradingView, what you tend to do is tend to fiddle with everything, and like you kind of forget that most people have a white background, don't they? And well, I think some do anyway. And
there is, there is. I'm just looking at there's US core PCE price index year on year. I don't know if that's the same thing. Just looking at.
What have you got? Have you got that on yours?
Yeah, I'll
whack it on.
I'll just put that into this old chat,
Oh, okay.
and
So I was trying to click on it, but
I don't know for sure if that's actually the same. I can just bring it up over here if you want.
yeah, go on. Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Riveting stuff at the moment, isn't it?
Right, we're right
struggle
about
with
12:30 UTC, so 3 minutes time. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, anyone in the chat, if you kind of know, besides the comedy of just watching us struggle with this, so. Oh, maybe it wasn't this. Cause that's, oh, yeah, I don't know. Latest release was September 26th. Are these always... Yeah, okay, so they jump around a bit on the days, and they're always announced at 8:30. So is it this one? The US core PCE price index year on year? It seems like it ought to be.
Should we just look at the chart and try and guess what's going to happen?
Yeah, because that'll be a bit more interesting, isn't it? Maybe we'll come back to that, and I promise that next time this comes in, we'll be... Well, I can't promise we will be. I promise that we will endeavour to be better prepared.
To be honest, actually, I forgot about the time changes being different today. You know, sorry, this week rather. You know, because you got like US haven't changed daylight savings yet, and we have. You know, so yeah. Right.
Oh, actually, I was just going through the chat. Should we just quickly do that?
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Firewatch Ilu, great 15 hours, which it absolutely was. We saw upness in the price. So look at this now. I mean, we could well see it, because it broke above this support level, which I think back in that update we were talking about just will it, won't it, you know, and then it did. So hopefully that will now just become a level of support, and then we can just move our way up through there. What do the reports say? I wish we knew. I really wish we knew. We'll hope to actually find that pretty soon, because I think it's going to be announced in like 30 seconds or so, or thereabouts. Afternoon, KB. Crypto Day afternoon. You were saying?
Me?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you said something.
No, I was just monitoring the stream on the other thing just to check everything was all right, and
okay.
All good really.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So
down,
afternoon Crypto Day, and did anyone get rewards from Bitunix SWC rewards yesterday?
I didn't, and I don't know why.
Is that when it ends yesterday?
No, well, you're supposed to, for the deposit bonus, you're supposed to get it on Thursday, and I didn't either, so I need to check on that because.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to find out about that, but I will find out about that.
Sure. Kind of wonder if they do that manually, just when it's kind of these ad hoc bonuses and things.
Maybe there's also, it's 12:30 now anyway, so but I also wonder as well, because things like that where you've got a no KYC exchange, they obviously want to make sure they haven't got people like with multiple accounts and that kind of thing. So
it's a bit of checks going on and things,
which I know has been an issue before with Bitunix, so I think they have a kind of white list of accounts that are okay, although why they haven't got mine has been an okay account, I don't know.
No.
But I will check for you, Dan, and I'm sure it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, nothing.
Mr. Delta, I'm quite busy. Lovely people. All right, mate. All right.
If you will go having a normal job, Maff's got a real job, and he manages to come here and be pleasant. And
yeah, quite.
But you can't drive a van at the same time, though, can you? Really? No.
There is that. Yeah. So if we go up in November, that would be great. But the downside is that means we've lost the predictability of the 4-year cycle. Yeah, I would honestly be okay with that. I think I totally get what you're saying there, but I don't know. Predictability is overrated sometimes, isn't it?
Well, if
You kind of,
if something predictable becomes unpredictable, it's not really any use, is it? So how predictable was it in the first place?
that is a good point. Yeah, it's. I'm sure there's some principle like the irrationality principle or something about that. But that's very true of the trading market generally, isn't it? The trading markets generally, that however certain or however predictable that we feel the market is going to be, like, we've got 100% probability or whatever that the price is going to go in this direction. Of course, there's random stuff can happen, and the price inevitably just kind of goes the other way. So the only certain thing you can say about the market is that it's uncertain. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So,
Yeah. I did do that video the other day showing that Quadzilla, with its, what was it now? It was the bearish retracements on gold on the weekly time frame, I think it was, something like that. And it had been correct 100% of the time in the last 193 years. And that doesn't mean it'll be correct every time,
yeah.
that figure could drop to 98 point something,
So, I mean, just to illustrate this, real live illustration of this, I am certain that in a minute we'll see the PCE inflation data being announced. Oh no, we won't. On FX Street, it says the data will not be released. Thank you, Firewatch. That's actually ridiculous. So is that because of the government shutdown?
Oh, okay, right, okay. So that means there is data, but no one's telling anyone, or
yeah, I think that the data exists, and it's just like maybe they haven't turned it into information, as it were.
So what is this government shutdown all about? I mean, how does that work?
There was a spending bill, I think, that basically that Trump and co wanted to put through, and the Democrats kind of vetoed it. I think just politically they're opposed to it, so it's become a kind of a battle of wills, I think. Just the usual kind of thing, one side versus the other side. It's a common thing, the government shutdown, because they just can't get agreement over the spending bill. So it's a form of striking, isn't it? In a way,
Yeah.
It's inverse striking from the outside rather than from the inside. What's unusual, I think, is the amount of time that this one has gone on for. What I think what will happen though is that, because it obviously can't go on forever, I assume, but the amount of kind of budget spending and wages, and I mean, poor people, bleeding heck, not being paid for this amount of time.
Right.
But so yeah, the amount of wages building up, the amount of budget spend that's just stockpiling, ready to be unleashed. That's all going to be unleashed into the market, So there's going to be a mass of sudden liquidity going into the markets when that eventually happens. So that could well be a form of catalyst, I think. So whenever that happens, if it happens if it happens during November, then that would be quite amazing, I think.
Yeah, I was listening to something yesterday where they were talking about if the shutdown goes on till Thanksgiving, that's going to be problematic, and that's not going to be a good thing. And and I can't remember what I was listening to now, but someone was saying keep an eye on stocks that are to do with airlines and stuff. That might be interesting as well. But something to do with that anyway. But
that sounds a bit ominous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they're flying domestically. Is that the thing? So family going to visit one end of the country to the other, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but sort of like, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Can't remember where I saw that or heard that. Sure. Anyway,
so should we do some TA?
Yeah. So I suppose what we should do in our usual fashion is we should do this.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and math. Bears and bulls will dance and move. Altcoins, shortcoins, stocks and forex too. Math and save will start the way. Bears and bulls will dance and move.
There you go.
Love it.
Is that
Okay,
your chart?
so
Mine. That's yours, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I don't really have any TA.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, that's
So-
the end of that then. I just I just been watching it because it's on the 1 minute, and it always gets a little bit mesmerising. Even more so if, say, I was to switch to the 30-second, and now it's just scary. Is it going to bounce off that all-important support line, or is it just going to smash on through? Come on, go back up, back up, back up. No. Come on. Really want to see that turn into a wick and just bounce away. This line here, this is, I believe, from
is that
either
is
the... Sorry, say again?
is that the 30-second time frame you're looking at there?
It is, yeah. Oof,
Okay.
heading
Fair
down,
enough.
yeah. So that, yeah, this, I was going to say that this line here is either from the 4 hour or the... Oh, that's just the so yeah, that's actually a 4 hour retracement level just there that's playing out. This one is a retracement level on the 30-second. So yeah, it is funny, isn't it, how sometimes the retracement levels from a much higher time frame, like the 4 hour, is kind of in agreement with one that's like right down at the sort of subatomic level, the quantumania of the 30-second. One of those few times when both sides of the relativity coin, is that a thing? When they somehow agree, because it's normally like all the rules break down, don't they? When you go subatomic.
Yeah.
What the hell am I talking about? Sorry. So yeah, this is looking promising though. So that if that can curve round, and so signs of I was going to say green shoots, or promise of green shoots, I suppose, coming back up.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it here on the 1 minute time frame. It's like, it looks sort of similar actually.
Yeah. Okay. Should we switch to that? Have a quick look at the 1 hour.
Yeah.
Where are we? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that really has just kind of just unceremoniously just blomped its way back down through that level. Because this was looking very promising earlier with that. I mean that was the faster moving EMAs, to be fair. So like in that TA earlier, I was sort of saying that the green 55 EMA really needed to kind of hurry up and get down here and kind of, join the party. It's arriving a bit late, and just kind of come around so that 21 could just go ahead and overtake it, and then that would obviously would see positive movement to the upside then. But if this keeps on happening, then not so sure. So because potentially, so it's approaching halfway through that range. So if it comes down here, we might well see a bounce from there, potentially even back down to like good old 108, well 108.7 again. So yeah, that's it. There are a couple of other things I was going to chat about, sort of economy-wise, but any other coins worth a quick look at before we?
I mean, do you want to quick look at
Should I
Solana?
just go to it? Should I just go to it? Any just random, any choice you like, anything. Okay, Solana. Yeah, okay. So Solana on the 1 hour. So we've got the a 4 hour retracement level there. I think there's a actually, yeah, this is actually a step 1. So this is kind of a it's a potential retracement level that might kind of form and be confirmed just there, but it's still just on it's kind of like a step 0 really, but it's kind of calling it step 1. So that might kind of turn into an actual retracement pattern. Well, that hasn't been confirmed yet. Down here we've got a 4 hour bearish retracement, which is kind of telling us, and funnily enough, that's actually lining up with the 1 hour bullish retracement, which completed back there. So it was 1 p.m. yesterday. Funny that ended up on the same line. So that bullish retracement, you could see it that it's now kind of turned bearish. So that's still in its step 2. So we might expect a down. Which way around is it? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. It did the down. It did the down. Now it's up. So it's still expecting the down on that one. Yeah, that's actually on its. I think it's just where I had the colours set up on this. I believe that's actually on its step 3, because it had the down for the step 2, came back up again quite quickly, entering step 3. So that is fully expecting just the price to drop down to that level, and maybe some way further. If you're shorting that, then the further down the better, I would say. So usual sort of mixed feelings on that one. Very happy for the bears shorting that, if that keeps on heading down, but I also kind of hope it doesn't go too far below that level. So yeah, that was a lot. Did I actually call this Bitcoin at any point?
I don't think you did.
I didn't. Oh, phew. I think I got away with it, as long as I don't mention that. So yeah, so this is Solana, isn't it? Anyway, we're looking at. Yeah, that's that. I was going to, unless there are any other thoughts or questions on.
There's just a comment here from CD saying Republicans need some votes for the Democrats to pass a budget bill, but the Democrats want funding for healthcare. Otherwise, millions of people's premiums will go up this month. Yeah, it's real stuff, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah, real world stuff, just affecting our kind of, I don't know, just whatever it is we do here. So, I mean, to be fair, this is pretty real when it's involving people's money as well. So, yeah, I was going to mention just briefly about, what was I going to mention? This, yeah, this is the this is on the monthly. It's the United States average house price. So, generally, because the reason I brought this up is because there's a thing about the 18-year property cycle, which was the economist Fred Harrison came up with it, and he was suggesting that real estate markets follow a predictable pattern of more or less 18 years from peak to peak, and you can kind of divide them into distinct phases. I've actually got a chart for that, if I can find it. Is it that one? Yeah, this one. So house prices be up, time be sideways. So essentially, yeah, so you're saying that there's a recovery phase which goes on for 7 years. Then there's I guess it's that, sort of following the crash, which I guess is like the first 4 years, just 4 years of doom and misery, and then recovery for 7 years when everyone's just feeling a bit better. And the people that manage to buy nice houses down here are feeling increasingly smug about their life choices. So it goes on for 7 years, and then the people who bought very nice houses, kind of slightly beyond their means here, start to get worried, or probably very happy at this stage. And then at this point, for 3 years in the correction, they start to get a bit worried. Maybe their property is now in negative equity, so they're sweating for 3 years, and hopefully they manage to hold on, and because then we get kind of this boom cycle for, was that 5 years, and so that's. So then everyone's kind of happy again. There's a so-called winner's curse, I think, which happens more or less around here, or maybe there. So just is a bit like the FOMO stage, except for property. People are kind of overextending and buying houses with swimming pools and so on. Some people buying them with 2 swimming pools. Get that.
That's just greedy.
It is, and how many swimming pools? You can't swim in both of them at the same time. So what are they going to do? So it was like a his and hers pool or something like that. So
Oh, so
maybe. I don't know. Just thinking, I want a house with 2 swimming pools now. So anyway, yes. So just heading up. Boom, boom, boom. Winner's curse, and then suddenly, all those people who bought the just ridiculous houses, and then boom, crash, and Pac-Man style, we kind of come back. It doesn't quite line up, does it? Is that supposed to? Anyway, so they come back down here somehow. Went to sleep rich, woke up poor. It's a bit like CME gap, isn't it? Or something just opens down here, and then and then round and round it goes again. So the thing about this is that going by the timeline that gets sort of plotted out for these, we're actually approaching that at the moment, which is rather unfortunate. So likely there'll be a house price property crash in 2026 at some point in 2026. And then I think that would then kind of cause a run-on effect into just the usuals, like into gold, silver, stocks, obviously Bitcoin. It's weird, isn't it? On the way up, Bitcoin seems to be one of the last to react. To get the money, to get the investments.
Yeah.
But then on the way back down, it's the first to be punished. It seems the first to react and crash down.
I suppose it's because it's very liquid, isn't it? I mean, if you want to sell it, then it's easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah, very much. It's a bit too successful in its own goals there, I think. I guess it's also 'cause it's like regarded as the risk on asset still. Obviously, I mean, I assume that'll change as institutional inflows progress and so on. But yeah, so it's therefore it's one of the last to have the profits kind of rotated into it, but one of the first that people withdraw their money from when they see which way that the market's going. But in terms of this, as I say, that this is the monthly US house prices. I think that chart that we showed has become a bit of a sort of global thing now. So we'll see that in the UK as well. Interesting thing in the UK actually about that is that because actually, sorry, this is a bit of an unplanned segue into this. If I put like UK house prices, which is a good one to go into? Don't know really. UK. You mean Canada? United Kingdom average average house prices. Come on, Halifax, you'll never fail us. You'll give us a bit of whatever. So it flatlined. You notice here. So this hasn't exactly been booming, is it? So just looking a bit. I mean, it was booming there very much up to maybe starting to flag a bit. 21, 22. When was COVID? When
March
was
2020.
2020? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so there, it kind of flatlined a bit, but then it kind of went up. I think what happened there was that there was a gradual thing where people were moving out of the cities. This is what I read. I say I think. I think just people that I read their reports think that that people kind of moved out of the cities into just so they could live far away from each other. I think out in the countryside, and that's probably happened also as kind of avoiding the political aspect of it, but as like sort of mass immigration increases and the cities become more crowded and so on. There's similarly been a thing here, but I think what happened there is that the house prices in the cities have generally sort of leveled off, but outside in like towns and countryside and so on, the house prices have gone up. That has been quite noticeable. You can see a real effect of that. Anyway, that was a bit of a segue, but it just means that maybe in terms of that boom cycle, we haven't seen that quite so much in the UK. But I'm sure we'll see the effect of the crash when it sort of at some point in 2026 that'll kind of crash down. Well, let me just go back. So back. Come on, no. Right, let's go to US house prices. Was that one I was looking at? Just don't know really. Probably, yeah. So yeah, there's that. So, I mean, to be honest, even in the US, now that I'm looking at that, it's had the same. Maybe the same thing was happening in the US, just similar effect. But yeah, so that was one thing. It does mean that in terms of Bitcoin price, if I just hide that for a moment, let's go to the. Actually, maybe I'll just switch these off just for the moment as well. Let's go to the monthly, and so what's probably going to happen is that how to hypothesize it visually, I suppose. So like just wherever this bull cycle kind of reaches its crash and burn kind of end, assuming that happens, assuming it's not just going to be like a sort of, just kind of slightly unexciting continuation to the upside, which would be nice in its own way. But if something like that were to happen, something like either of those, we might kind of see continuation to the upside, and then kind of that. That's gone into 2027, so that's maybe a bit too far. Or we might see, that, and then that, or we might see that, or we might just see that. I don't know. Just it's going to depend how it all turns out, obviously. But in any case, wherever that ends up, it's if the house price crashes, say by the end of 2026, I think if it's going to happen, it's going to be like kind of midway through, and then we'll start to see the effect. It's probably going to have a unusually big effect on the Bitcoin crash. That because like people talk about kind of 70%, because that's not unheard of, is it, for the Bitcoin cycle, sort of 70% drawdown into the bear market. Yeah. But this time around, people say, "Oh, that's not going to," it'll be a much more kind of just reserved kind of drop. It'll be fine, 30%, or whatever. But you'd expect to see like a big crash, like 70% again, which, say from there, from the all-time high down, would be down to like maybe 72. I feel like I want that line to be there, maybe. Yeah, 72.45. See what, just out of interest, what? Sorry, not that one. Actually, yeah, bring that in. what would we see in terms of retracement levels? So this one, oh wow, okay, that's actually down at 26. So I hope we don't come down that far. But not that far off either, really. It's a price structure wanting to be completed, isn't it? Really. So anyway, yeah. So we'd see that kind of crash. But if it does work out that way, but similarly, that that housing market cycle bit of it, if that's for 4 years coming down, then that would put us out just kind of into what would it be? My maths is bad. Like 2029, I suppose, until we start to see a recovery, and that's obviously just going to be pushing down the economy overall for 4 years. So it does kind of suggest that the next kind of Bitcoin bull cycle is going to be just subdued at best, I say.
Okay.
Which ain't great, is it? So this could be, for a little while at least, it could be like the last great bull market that we see, for a bunch of time until into the 2030s. So this could be it for the 2020s, which is a scary thought.
You miserable.
Hit mute. It is. It's incredibly miserable and dark and just sorry guys.
Right, the viewer count's gone down to 0. No, actually it hasn't. Actually, there's quite a lot of people on X actually.
Hi everyone on X. I appreciate the viewership.
Yeah, me too.
Genuinely.
So yeah, CD's saying, ironic how we were just talking about the unpredictability of things and talking about the predictability of the housing market now crashing in 26.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. There is more data though, isn't there? There's more data on the housing market than say like Bitcoin, really.
Yeah. I did also see the while I was kind of searching around on that 18-year property cycle. There was a YouTube video I saw that said that the 18-year property cycle debunked.
Okay.
So nothing like a good old debunking of these things. But then definitely not inevitable. It'll be in retrospect, it was inevitable. Whatever happens, I would say. And of course, we are talking hypotheticals and probabilities and so on throughout all of this, really.
Yeah, CD's saying housing market's been hot here, so a correction makes sense. Yeah, I've actually got some friends who they used to live in Hertfordshire, and then they moved. Well, they lived in San Francisco for many years, and then they moved down to San Diego, and they've actually just moved back to the UK mainly because their house tripled in value in the past couple of years.
Oh wow! Okay.
So didn't know TradingView had housing stats. I must admit, I didn't either. Actually, to be honest,
no, me neither. I was just thinking, like, can I find anything on TradingView about this? Oh wow, that's there. Awesome.
Yeah,
it seems to have a bit of everything, doesn't it?
I know. I tend to use TradingView probably more than any other site. Yeah, I definitely do use it more than any other site on the internet, actually. But even things like, if you're going on holiday, and you think, oh, I'm going to be spending euros, and then I think, well, I might.
What's the exchange rate?
Yeah, you're looking at exchange rate, and then you start sticking Quadzilla on it and thinking like, okay, well, if I sort of wait till then, and then it's things like when I'm sort of like paying for an Airbnb or like booking a hire car, thinking like, if I do that in euros, when's the best time? And I actually think, okay, I'll wait to that retracement then, and then book my hire car.
But it's also just like, so there's obviously peak and trough times to sort of be spending while overseas. So it's like earn money by drinking more pina coladas, essentially.
I didn't quite get that actually. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you know that while you've got your euros, then be spending money at those particular points, and then obviously transfer it back into GBP at the right times, and your excessive, well, it's not your in particular, one's excessive drinking habits while holidaying abroad, will kind of come from the profits basically.
Yeah, yeah. I
Little
must
bit left
admit,
over.
yeah, I must admit, I do that with things like my crypto.com card. Like, so if the price of CRO falls, I'll fill my car up with petrol because I'll get more CRO for in cash back, you know, at
Yeah,
that point, you
yeah.
know. So yeah.
So I have just realised that this is possibly the most negative bit of chart TA that well, it's not really even TA, isn't it? Just let's draw some arrows downwards,
Just,
and while saying sorry, everyone.
just doom mongering. Put some rockets and moons on it, and
Yeah,
cheer,
just
cheer, cheer
fireworks and
everyone
whatever.
up. Cheer everyone. I did notice. Oh God, I was going to talk about Solana again, but I did notice Solana on the 1 minute. It just really, really nicely came back down to that retracement level. That
Let's have a look.
um,
I think we need a bit of cheering up now.
yeah, just on the 1 minute really, and then
Yeah.
isn't that lovely?
What are we looking at? I don't understand.
Oh, just that green retracement level at
Oh,
186.66.
okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I see what you mean
Yeah.
there. So it's it did come down, and now it's as promised, kind of worked its way back at, albeit briefly from the looks of it.
Yeah,
And
although we
I mean,
have
to
got
be fair, we have got the trend. I think you're probably about to say this when you've
I
got the
was,
trend
yeah.
shields, yeah, pointing downwards. So you know, Quadzilla's got your back when you're trading. It's equally saying that you know we're going to come up to there. What level is that? 187.43. But it will likely bounce from the blue ones. That's just 50 MA. Let's move that. Should I add the red into there? The 5e.
Oh yeah. I do like that,
Yeah.
just for old school reasons. Yeah, I'm actually quite excited about what you were talking about yesterday about the new alerts and stuff. Actually, in the next version.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's have another quick look at those. Add alert. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll get some time this weekend to sort of just put some finishing touches really to 1.6. So I was saying yesterday that like this isn't going to be like the most amazing of updates into 1.6, but there's a lot of like requested things in there. So in that sense, you know, so it's just kind of incremental improvements, but I think some of those will genuinely help, like these alerts. I think so. These definitely were requested by multiple people in the Discord. So yeah, we've got so essentially when these EMAs cross up or cross down over specific ones, then you can get an alert on that now. So the faster EMAs, which is the 9 EMA crossing above or below the 21, so the red crossing above or below the cyan, you can get an alert on either of those or on both, together. And then similarly with the slower EMAs, which is the 21 and 55, i.e. the what are we looking at? The red, green, cyan. Sorry, I said. Oh no, yeah, sorry, I'm confusing myself. The yellow and the green, 21 and 55, just same thing. Or if you just want to be alerted on any EMA cross whatsoever, these are going to be renamed, by the way. I know kind of requesting that as well, which is, I think that'd be a good improvement, just to make them a bit more kind of what people are looking for, rather than the technicals behind the scenes or whatever. So yeah, if you just want any of these to be alerted on, then that one will be the one to go with. And of course, these also are in the hyper alert, which is just like if Quadzilla has noticed anything significant about the chart whatsoever, in other words, all of the above or any of the above, then just tell me about it, and then I'll go to the chart and figure out what happened. So that says essentially that, in other words, it's like your attention is warranted kind of alert. So that's that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Where are we at? Probably need to wrap up. I think it's gone over a bit. Anything else worth bringing up, chatting about?
Shall I just say what I was going to say earlier? Or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Let me just hang on.
Oh, we haven't, I know we've talked a lot about Quadzilla. We haven't shilled it, have we?
Oh yeah, do that while I'm just sorting.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah,
sorting myself out a little bit.
Righto.
Thank you.
Shockingly, What's is the Quadzilla? just about.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. I like hearing the sound of my own voice. Absolutely.
I thought, why is he talking so loud? Right,
Yeah.
I'm going to remove that video. Right.
Yeah. For
Right.
sure. So yeah, anyone who's already got Quadzilla, if your tea is still brewing, this would be a good time to go and fish out the tea bag. But for everyone else, this is what you're currently missing out on, which is, of course, Quadzilla. When in fact, everything I was showing is what you're missing out on. So how to get Quadzilla for yourself and to trade live with it and just be able to chart with it, plan trades, and have that extra special trader's edge, I would say. It's, if you get the yearly, it's 60 quid a month, which is crazy, crazy low. And you will honestly pay that, if not within the first trade, within the first few trades. So that'll be covered. You'll honestly just be basically printing money. I'd say it's that kind of indicator. It's it makes your life a lot easier. We get a lot of good testimonials from people who have Quadzilla as well. You sort of see them in the Discord itself and also over on X. So yeah, it very much does what it says on the tin, which is, I don't know, roar like a big Godzilla creature, I suppose. If you want the monthly, it's similarly cheap, £80 a month. And in fact, the vast majority of people go for this one, to be honest, because it is pretty cheap in any case. But if you want the yearly, it's there as well. It's even more cheaper, I think. Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I was just going to briefly mention something that I have spoken about. Well, I did a video 13 days ago about Zoid Pay. Now, for those, it probably means nothing to most people, but Zoid Pay is a project that I've been involved with for a long time, actually, about nearly 5 years now. No, about three or 4 years anyway. The price of the Zoid Pay token has come down from like about $1.20 to like 0.004. So if you look at it on the sort of on a, in fact, I don't even want to actually, but this is just a cute
Talking about Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a KuCoin chart. The KuCoin chart hasn't even got half the data, but I mean that only goes up to like when it was 15 cents, and it's obviously come down a ton since then. Part of the reason being is it was all relying on this kind of like fintech app that was going to come out, that is a kind of a crypto to fiat kind of thing with a card and all that sort of stuff. The fairly unique thing about it, in fact, I think it's fairly unique, is the fact that the actual crypto wallet is non-custodial. But the problem is the app never came out, and
that ain't going to help.
No, and even now it's not out. However, what they have done is they've decided to move it. Now, this was on the old Elrond blockchain, which is Multiverse X, which I don't know. I'm not into anymore. I used to be, but
it's one that I desperately want to love Elrond, which sounds like a Lord of the Rings shipping fantasy or something. I don't know, but but yeah, it's I so wish that they had achieved the vast potential that Elrond had back in the day. Just
Yeah.
talk about just oh god, they had the world in their hands and they fumbled it.
They
Anyway,
really
sorry,
did.
carry on.
They
Yeah.
really did, in my opinion. And I don't know. I've become anyway.
Yeah.
The story goes that ZoidPay were pretty much shafted by Multiverse X, and they've decided to sort of like move to Solana, and they're gonna do that by doing a token swap as well and a rebrand. I can't blame them for that, to be honest, because like because of like 4 or 5 years of nothing happening is not a good history to have, actually. So the idea is to hit the Solana blockchain with a new token and obviously get a bigger audience. And my real problem with ZoidPay has been the fact that they struggle a lot with getting legislation and stuff for the app and all that, and even just getting the app into like, I mean, they've got a sort of app in the Google Play Store at the moment, but it doesn't work properly because they've got still got to sort the KYC out with it. Meanwhile, Apple iOS, they still won't approve it. Well, the last I heard of that, they won't approve the iOS side of things, but I believe now that is all going to happen. It's all going to happen, and the app is actually going to come out anyway. So.
Awesome. Okay.
So 13 days ago, I did a video talking about this, and I was saying, if they get it right, it should be really good. And I think when I did the video, it was I don't know, it was about, I think the price was, I don't know where it was. Turn up
down from where it currently is.
It was down from, I think it was like 0.003 something. So it's actually it's up kind of like 43%. From there since I did my video. So if you watch my video and you just try to sort of speculate on it, then you'd be nicely up on the price of it now. Since the all-time low, it is actually up like 1,600%, which is like incredible, but it did go really low. And to be honest, at that point there, I thought they're just going to go out of business, they're going to go bankrupt and everything.
It had that look to it.
Yeah. And bearing in mind, then they're not making any money at the moment. Now, what I did on that video is basically I had access to this page here, which is zpay-other.com. I don't even think this is indexed by Google at the moment, but at the time I wasn't allowed to show this page. I wasn't allowed to talk about it or share it. So what I did was I basically got Perplexity, the AI thing, and I said, have a look at this, have a look at the tokenomics of it, and tell me if it's any good. And what it did say was, yes, this is really good. It's a very modern way of thinking about stuff, but it will rely on adoption. So at that point, I was thinking, okay, well, they better bring out the bloody app then, but I believe this is all going to happen now. 2 days ago, no, was it two? Yeah, 2 days ago, this page was updated with a lot of the suggestions that we came up with within the small group I'm in, which is called the banking validators, which used to be the shopping pool owners, basically like liquidity providers for like nodes, if you like. And we came up with some sort of ideas and stuff, and this has been all sort of like implemented into this page now. I'm not particularly going to go through it now because I haven't read it properly myself since it's been updated, so I don't want to get anything wrong. But to me, this is actually looking good. The idea is that ZoidPay is going to swap to another token which is called Other, and I really hate the name, but whatever, that's how it is.
Well, it's better than Multiverse X, at least.
It actually is. Yeah, I'll give them that. Right? Yeah, they score a point for that. Yeah, definitely.
For being better than crap.
It's
better than bad. It's good.
Yeah. It's not bloody awful. It's not very good.
It's just more.
No, to be fair, it's just I don't like it. I also don't like words that begin with vowels because I always find them quite difficult to say. And
I find the same things.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to have a bit of a stammer when I was a kid, and I kind of like struggle a little bit with words that start with a vowel. Anyway, so Other, and the actual the actual app is going to be called Another. See, I did it then, and
Yeah.
so Another, and then Other.
They should call it Another. Start with an because I mean, at least that would have some. It'd be different. It'd have some zing to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Bit of a creative flair. Just call it
yeah.
Another.
I don't know. I mean, to me, like that token, like called useless. It's all. It almost seems like that. It's like just, did you really think about it anyway? But
Yeah.
I won't slag them off for that. No, basically, if you've got Zoid Pay and you're watching this, there's actually a fairly high chance that you had it staked in my shopping pool, and I think that applies to CD Cherry Tree here. So if you have a look at this page, now this page is going to get released today, I believe, on Twitter, on X. So it's zpay-other.com, and you'll be able to look at this. Now, nothing's live yet; it's only this page. But this does talk about how you can swap your Zoid Pay for Other. If you were providing liquidity like I was as well, so I had like LP tokens, which were like Zoid Pay and eGold, they will be swappable into the Other token. Basically, the idea is that to encourage adoption, if you hold and stake the Other token, and then you kind of encourage people to use the app, you get rewarded, and quite a lot of the rewards are actually going back to the people who are locking the Other token. So in a way, the actual success of the project depends on how much it gets used by yourself and people that you refer to it, sort of thing. So obviously I'm going to be doing this because I'm so balls deep in this that I don't really have much choice really. So I'm just going to max out everything I've got and just hope to God they get it right. But anyway, as a consequence,
why not?
Yeah, I mean, I did buy this token when it was like, well, I bought it at various prices, but I bought a lot at 13 cents, and it's not even 0.1 of a cent now. I know it is. It's point.
Bleeding heck. Yeah.
It's it's down. Like it's down seriously, and I am quite a large bag holder of it.
I mean, that's a huge potential upside, I'd say.
The potential upside of it is very, very big, I think. And the fact that even from just talking about it, even with just like the small amount of people that have been involved with it, and to a project that to be honest, 3 months ago, if I had I don't know, if I had to bet on whether it would survive or not, it would be 50-50 with me. I think they're going to go under. But now I think they are going to get it right. Now, to what extent the app gets adopted, I don't know, and it is going to be mainly in euros to start off with, so it's going to be to do with like Europe, However, because of the non-custodial nature of the wallet and all that sort of thing, it does mean, I think, that they could approach countries like Africa. No, that's not a country, sorry. Continents like Africa, where there's a lot of unbanked people who could use something like this. And I think the market there is probably huge, So if they get it right, I can see this going a lot higher,
For definite. I mean, yeah.
At the moment, the only way to get involved really would be to actually, because nothing's live yet, would be to buy a bag of Zoid Pay, and the only place you can do that is either on KuCoin or, God forbid, the Multiverse X portal or whatever. And then you'd have to buy eGold and then swap it to Zoid Pay. I don't know.
Well, funny enough, because I have got still a bunch of eGold, and the sort of weird, just whatever other coin they invented to confuse everyone. Yeah. I've got a bunch of those actually there. So maybe I'll do that. Just like just just
To be honest,
ape out of e-gold.
yeah, yeah.
Is
I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, what you'll have to do is if you were to swap it to Zoid Pay now, then at some point in the next, I think it will be before the end of the year, before the app's out. I think that's the kind of timescale they're talking about. So I think what happens is the app will happen first, then there'll be this bridge where you can bridge over from Zoid Pay on the Multiverse X blockchain over to other on the Solana chain, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So what you'd be doing, you'd be buying Zoid Pay now and then swapping it to other. Now, what the value of what that does to the value when it changes, I don't know. I'm suspecting though, in a way, that's like being, it's like being at a what do you call it, like the launch of a new coin, but it's not just a meme coin. It's like something where there is actually a proper project behind it.
Yeah.
Um,
So interesting. So yeah, could well be the new what's the phrase? Rah guy. Except that sounds a bit not quite what I'm trying to
What are you
communicate.
talking about?
I don't know. Well, for ZPay, I think could be the latest champion of ZPay. What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm pro ZPay, and I'm off the e-gold train, which I've been for quite a while, to be fair.
Okay. Okay. Well, I honestly think, I think it probably has from here an easy 100x potential.
Yeah.
Whereas I
If
don't
if
think,
it catches the altcoin season in time,
yeah,
which is
yeah. Whereas I don't think eGold has 100x potential.
no, it
Not-
might have
not-
a
not-
minus. Divide by, and
Yeah, not
yeah.
financial advice, of course, but that's
we're talking
the way
about
I'm
potential.
thinking.
Yeah,
I do actually think if they do get it right, this is going to be one of the best comebacks ever in crypto history.
yeah,
And,
there could be quite something. Even that as a narrative ought to kind of fuel it still further. Then, I don't know why they're switching names though, because I mean, just Zoid Pay has that recognizability, doesn't it? I really hope they're not making the Elrond mistake there, because other is just very kind of forgettable. It's just generic,
yeah. I mean,
It's got a meme. It's got a meme quality to it.
I know.
like useless. Just
I know that's what worries me as well. And also, if you look at the site they've got now, which is this one here, so the actual URL is another app.io, which I think is a clumsy domain for a start.
yeah, yeah, it ain't great.
This own your spend end to end.
Not sure about that.
That sounds like shit to me.
Yeah,
It really does.
Yeah, most people are going to look at it and go, I mean, it is that solving a problem for me? I would think, looking at that. Have I ever thought, well, I'm buying a bag of sprouts in the local Tesco, but oh my god, I can't buy these sprouts because I don't own my spend end to end. Shit, I'm just going to leave Tesco in a huff. Damn it! I was so close to having a decent kind of windy dinner.
I mean the kind of
Yeah.
I mean the kind of thing they're sort of what I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but the kind of competition would be something like Revolut, and
Yeah.
I think Revolut has a great name because it sounds like a revolution in whatever it is, sort of. It sounds really good, and another doesn't sound very good, and I'm not sure
No,
what.
because it sounds like where
Oh, it's another one.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, just like the others. So, what's your differentiation? What's your unique selling point? I don't really have one. I mean, we're just like the others.
And it's got like here freedom to pay. Okay, I wasn't aware
Have
of
that
that.
already. Yeah.
I wasn't ever aware that anyone stopped me spending money. To be honest, actually,
No, no. I mean, is this through Visa or whatnot?
it's I
It's
think it's
usually
going to be
Mastercard, isn't
Mastercard
it?
actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
that
So
is a good point though, actually, because the people they're using for that are a company called Austria Card, who are they're actually based in Vienna, but also in Greece somewhere as well.
yeah.
And now, Austria Card are actually a huge company, and they actually are the card provider for Revolut. So
Okay.
they are working with big boys, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
So,
good.
I mean, that is good, but it kind of undermines their message there, doesn't it? Because if somebody is essentially being debanked, you know, that they're worried about, oh, they had the wrong opinion, the government didn't like them, blah blah blah, so that their life has been rug pulled, you know,
Yeah,
um, then uh, then they're not going to be able to buy their sprouts. So, but hey, it doesn't matter because I've got other in my in my in my wallet.
yeah,
Um, but it will matter because it's still going through Mastercard, so they're still going to be blacklisted and they won't be able to spend. So
yeah,
it's the premise here is entirely false. That's what I say.
yeah, yeah,
So this is me on the other rah rah train.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
You
no, so
know, so you know, I'm
there is
glad I'm not
also there
negative
is
about it.
yeah. I mean, there's going to be KYC, isn't there? Because you know there's got to be
There would have to be, yeah,
with the card side of things. So,
yeah,
but nevertheless, the crypto side of it, I can see how that could be, well, certainly non-custodial. You know,
yeah.
uh,
Exactly. So this kind of thing won't change until shops start putting up little signs in their window or in their glass door or whatever, saying like Monero accepted here. I think that's
yeah,
the only way, and you can actually get Monero cards, a virtual card on your phone, even, and just
yeah,
tap to pay with Monero. No
yeah.
KYC, no, you know, just digital cash, essentially,
Which
criminal or not.
yeah, which might happen one day. You know, I mean, you can almost see it where you know you'd be at the till and you know a QR code would flash up, and then you just get your app out and sort of do that, and the payment happens without actually using
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, that's how it should be, really, isn't it? But
That's truly bankless when that
yeah,
happens. I mean, I don't understand why it hasn't been happening. Um, if governments are just regulating them out of the possibility of existing, is that the thing, or is it just I don't know. Yeah. So why aren't there point of sale terminals or just you know like Apple Pay do the thing where they have the little thing for merchants and they where you can either NFC onto the phone itself to do the transaction or onto their little device thing that they plonk onto the counter. It just needs that, and it's Monero. Some company could easily just set that up and skim a little bit of a commission, and just it's kind of pure profit then, isn't it, for whoever wanted? I mean, there's an opportunity there for somebody to not just make a lot of money as the next payment rails for retail, digital cash, but to also kind of better serve mankind in the process. Like,
absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
bonus.
So I'm just going to flip over to Bitcoin for a second, just because it's new like open. So
Hey,
let's do a little.
on the 1 minute,
That was a rubbish bell, wasn't it? But
got to do better.
so what's happened here? Anyway, that's popped down there. Anyway, all right. I'll finish talking about this because yeah, it's quite interesting to hear what you had to say actually.
Yeah,
But
that was it really. Yeah,
okay. But yeah, I mean, so the other thing that they were saying is like this instant crypto payments directly from your wallet. From the version I saw, that isn't quite true. It's a thing where you basically sell your crypto into fiat and then pay for it in fiat. You know, so
yeah.
that's not quite from your wallet, is it? But you know, but
Close.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like this website. It's like, but
Yeah,
but
it has to change. The flawed premise right at the top, the first thing you see, which is it speaks to nobody and it's wrong anyway. They ought to change that. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. multi-currency IBANs, it's going to be euros at first, but the idea is you will be able to sort of send and receive. So in theory, you could get
That's kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah, in theory, you could get your salary paid into it. I believe GBP won't happen for a while. USD maybe sooner. Not sure.
Oh, so that's just twigged. So basically, you'd be paid in whatever currency, but it would at point of, God, I forgot it. So I'm going to be talking double entendres, but like at point of insertion, that's going to get converted into other.
No,
Into crypto.
No, it will stay as fiat in.
Oh, okay.
Unless you decide to do something with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That'd be a great form of DCAing. Like if you could just have it auto convert, maybe fueled by other, but converted into I don't know, Solana, for example, or whatever.
Well, I imagine they will probably have stuff where you could like auto invest sort of thing in the same way that you can with like, Swissborg or something. The difference being a lot of those things coming from a bank account, it has to be in like your name. So the idea with the IBANs is it could come from another source, such as your employer, for example. So you could actually use it like a bank. I think that's the sort of idea. So the app, I haven't actually seen the app yet. I've seen a demo of it. And it looks all right. My worry is the app might not be very good. If it's not very good, then it's going to like scupper the whole plan. But apparently, I know someone who has seen it, and they said it's very good. So that's that. It's not on Apple or Google yet, anyway. So I don't know. It's a risky one, but
there's promise there, isn't there?
Yeah, but I think it is worth looking at this zpay-other.com sort of thing, and if you've got any Zoid Pay now, if you've got any LP tokens, or if you've got any of those horrible NFTs they had. I believe part of the Zoid Pay type thing, and also the NFTs, that it was basically AustriaCard didn't like it because it didn't reflect their sort of image. It was a bit too like sort of playful, so I think you had to be more serious. So I think that's another reason the actual Zoid thing got dropped, because it was a bit sort of science fiction-y. I don't know what it is, sort of I don't know what Zoid means really.
Just reminds me of Zoidberg, I think, from Futurama.
There you go, you see. Right, anyway,
might be that.
Right, we've been
Bitcoin's crashing, isn't it? Oh, it's coming back up.
It came down to this retracement here.
Amazing.
Of course it did.
I shouldn't be amazed, and yet.
Yeah, it's all right. It's what it's supposed to do. Right.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Anyway, right, I'm going to have to go because my daughter wants to lift to the railway station because she's off to some sort of Halloween party in the middle of nowhere tonight, which
good.
Probably quite scary for me, but it's probably quite good fun if you're 16. But there you go.
Yeah. So
it is actually in a house. It's just in a house.
It's not literally within a field.
No. Well, she was talking about a party like that, but that was going to be last night, and that was like filthy weather. So I'm glad she didn't go to that.
So
anyway.
You're probably a bit relieved you didn't have to put the parental foot down on that one.
Yeah,
and then see her storm out and go to it anyway.
Yeah. I'm not very good at having the parental foot down, really. I think it's because there's only one of me, so I haven't got anyone to sort of say, well, you said she should have done that,
Yeah, that's true. I get that.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
Okay.
Enough about my single parent woes. I'll clear off. Anyway, I better go and do that. Otherwise, she'll be calling Childline. And okay,
throwing a tantrum at Childline.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've got the situation now. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much for everyone coming along today, and thank you so much, Maff, as well. It's been excellent talking to you as normal.
Likewise, yeah. It's been great.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do over the weekend. I kind of fancy doing a little live something, but it probably won't be.
Yeah, potentially. See how that goes. I might be able to join, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
I will say both days I'm probably doing stuff around about midday, so probably won't be that time. But maybe later on in the evening or something like that, or even I don't know. I'll let you know in the Discord as well. So if you want to join the Discord, please do join that. I shall
for
just
sure. Also,
find-
I would just say, everyone watching on X, thanks so much for watching on there, and please do follow me. Probably sounds a bit desperate, but I would really appreciate the follow. And we do these live streams every day at midday UTC, and every now and again we sort of ramble along until the US Open, like today. So yeah, hope to see you along for more of these.
Oh, that's nice. I did actually follow your new YouTube channel yesterday. I was your first subscriber.
Oh, thank you very much. It's I just renamed the existing one. I hope that hasn't lost all my subscribers, because that would be a shame.
I don't know.
Let me just check that. No, phew, God, I was getting worried there. Well, I haven't got that many anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But yeah, it's literally just a rename of the existing one.
Okay.
So
more about that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Brilliant.
for definite.
All right. Right. Thanks everyone for coming along. That's the thing to get to the Discord, savewithcrypto.org/Discord. If you want to know more about Quadzilla, please go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. Alternatively, just join the Discord first. There's a few steps to get proper access to it. To do that, you can ask us any questions you like about it there.
You can join the, it's essentially the public Discord, where you get daily TA based on Quadzilla in any case. So that's a very good place to start, and that's all totally free.
Excellent. Right, I have got to go. So I'm going to say it's good afternoon from me.
And good afternoon from him. Ooh, got it right that time.
Bye.